It's a blessing to welcome on one of the top recruits in 2021, one of the most underrated guys, and now the newest member of VCU's recruiting class, Nick Kern. How you doing, man?
Good. How you?
Pretty good. We're committed now. Take us through your thoughts. What's it feel like to be committed?
It feel good. Well, it really take a load off of my back, bro. Like this was one of the hardest parts.
You're a guy that a lot of people see immense potential, and you put up big time numbers. You flash a lot of big time things in you, and we see that's why you had a Final Four: VCU, DePaul, TCU, St. Louis. What one of those four schools? Why are those the four schools that made your Final Four?
It was the four schools that recruit me the hardest. Um, VCU recruited me the hardest though. Like hitting me up every day, texting me. Not just one coach, but every coach. Even the head coach was hitting me up the most though. SchuZ was hitting me up a lot. TCU was hitting me up. DePaul was one of my first off. Well, it was my first offer.
Out of all those schools, up until you decided that VCU is where you want to go, which one of those schools would you say was the second place for you or the second closest to you going?
It was going to be in between TCU and SLU. SLU because it's home, and I could have put on for the city. TCU because I got family. I got family from Texas, and I want like my family to be able to watch me. Yeah.
Now, your ultimate choice is VCU. You mentioned how they were heavily recruiting you. What other factors went into that? Why did they ultimately separate themselves from everyone else?
It fit my style of play. Like at my school, we run the court, defense, transition, and that's VCU.
This is a program that we see a lot more attention going towards the mid-majors. For so long, people always thought the only way you can make it to the NBA, get a name for yourself, would be playing high major. But now we're seeing a lot more guys go mid-major. In fact, even a guy in your commerce last year, Obi Toppin, will be a top 5 pick. You're being a part of this now, going to mid-major and becoming another big mid-major program. How excited are you to be able to form that?
I'm really excited because I'm going to college, like for free. And a lot of them don't go to college for free.
And to know that you've accomplished this now, all guys growing up, especially playing sports, have the ultimate goal of going to college, being able to make it to that next level. To know that you've done that now, to know that you've officially made that dream a reality, how important, how impactful is that for you?
It was really important, bro. It was really important, bro, because it's a dream. It has always been a dream since, well, from when I started playing basketball to feed my family. Yeah, it's a dream.
When did this kind of set in for you? When did you realize that you could become a Division I prospect and you knew that your school could be paid for? When did you start realizing you had the potential of doing that?
My freshman year in high school, bro, because my sixth grade year, like I stopped playing basketball. Like I was playing I started playing basketball like young, about 3 or 4, and then I got into middle school. Then I wasn't really playing basketball. I wasn't playing AAU. I was only playing on my middle school basketball team, and that was only doing school. And so sixth grade year I didn't play at all. Seventh grade year I played. My eighth grade year I played like half of the beginning of the season. I couldn't really play the second half of the season. And then I got to high school. I got my eighth grade year I started going up to Vashon and realized I'm gonna go here for high school. Then I realized when I got my first offer, like my freshman year, AU, I realized yeah, it's my time.
When you hear that you got a Division I offer, what went through your mind and how'd you learn about that?
I mean, I was young, so I really ain't know. But I was happy. I was turned the next day. Everybody was like, "Oh, you the one just got an offer from DePaul." It's a freshman. I'm like, yeah, I was happy the next day, like real excited.
Now, for you to make that move, that going to a program that's prestigious, has won many state championships in a row, is one of the most well-known big programs out there. A lot of guys might wait to the junior or senior season to start going to that kind of level. Going there as a freshman, why'd you decide that was the right place for you?
It was like my 8th grade year, like it wasn't my plan to go to Vashon.
Mm-hmm.
My plan was to go to because people was telling me like, you should go here, you should go there, you should go there, like different other schools. And then I got to Vashon, and then my freshman year I didn't play a lot. My sophomore year I started playing, starting like the second half of my sophomore year I started starting, and then I waited my time, and now I'm here.
You were able to learn from and in a way be mentored by a guy that's a top 100 player, my opinion, a top 50 kind of guy, Cam'Ron Fletcher. How important was he in your development?
He was real important, bro. Like when I got that my freshman year, he used to dunk on me like every practice. So I had to realize like, nah, like this ain't finna keep on happening. Every practice my freshman year, he used to dunk on me. Like I used to be getting teased after practice and all that. And then we just started going at each other more and more at practice. And then it became like where I'm gonna guard him so he can make me better. He gonna guard me so he can make me better. You know. Yeah, but I had other players that I wanted to guard too, though.
And he's a guy that we know is an elite player, as I said. You guys, in a way, start forming this dynamic duo last year. Where you guys start putting together wins. You're even outscoring him in some games. You guys really formed this dynamic duo on the court. What was it like having you two on the court at the same time?
It was really unstoppable having us two on the court at the same time, bro. It's like, should nobody beat us? Unless games like he off one game or I'm off one game and he on. It'll never be both of us off one game, or it'll never be both of us off in one game. It's either he on, I'm off, or I'm off, he on, or we both on together.
There's one game I want to make sure we talk about. You scored 33 points, about 16 rebounds in a game. Break us through that game and that big time performance.
I really didn't know for real though, but Caleb, we cool friends. Rob, I'm cool with a couple of them on the team, but the first half, I wasn't really myself the first half. And then I came out the locker room. I had a little talk with my dad, and he was telling me like, you got to turn this up. You better turn it up, or you're gonna lose. You never lose in your house. And he was telling me a couple words in my ear, bro. And after that, I just went.
So what changed in your mind then that allowed you to lock in like that?
Oh, yeah, I guess it was. I don't know. I guess it was the word my dad told me or something. I don't know. Like I was ready to play them, but I like the crowd. The crowd was, the crowd. It was packed. Oh yeah.
Now, with you winding up this recruiting process, we mentioned Cam'Ron. He's obviously gone through his recruiting process going to college. What are some of the biggest tips and advice he gave you in regards to choosing the right college for yourself?
Like, Cam went to college, bro. He hit me up. Cam still hit me up every day. Like, he tells me, like, you got to work. He hit me up. Like, you got to work. Where you at? You in the gym? You been in the gym today? How you doing? What you need? Then today he hit me up like, where you going? And he was telling me how he feel about it. And he was like, it's a good decision.
Having a guy like that, you talk about how critical that was for you. Now, this upcoming year, you're going to be a senior guy. You're going to be the star player, one of the faces of the team. How do you look to be able to mentor someone else on the team? Is there a guy that you see on your team that is young that you think has potential to become the next big-time player out there?
It feels like it's different. Like, it's real different. Like, I just started practice like a week ago. He started practice like a week ago, and I'm the one got to bring the energy. I'm the one got to, tell everybody what to do. But like, I play with my little brother now, so I'm on his bumper like 24/7, like from up and down, practice start to practice end. When he miss layups, when he do anything wrong, I'm on his bumper. I'm yelling at him, and he a good player too. Also,
You want to play with your brother? What's that like?
Hey, that should be unstoppable though. My brother a freshman, bro, so he learning. He learning. He haven't he haven't been in a program like Vashon before, so he learning.
How would you compare you two when you're a freshman, first heading out there? Where do you guys stack up? Who's better at the time?
Oh, of course, I'm probably better at the time because I was a little taller. I was a little more ready. Like he probably ain't got like he probably ain't got the heart like I got yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or he probably ain't had a heart that I had as a freshman.
That is something about you that everyone talks about, rather be when you're playing a high school club, you're at a camp, you play with a lot of passion, you play with a lot of energy, you leave it all on the court every time. Was that something you always had, or did that take time to develop?
Yeah, that's something I always had. I always used to talk. Like I always talk on the court, but like because I grew up going against a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of me and my friends going each other. Like we always talk on the court. Getting ready to fight on the court. But off the court, we friends though. On the court, it ain't no friends.
There's something about that. Being in St. Louis, we know there's a lot of big time guys out there, a lot of talent. But you guys are one of the states that have a lot of guys have that dog mentality. Guys are all going at it. Who are some of your favorite guys you go up against in a game?
Let me see. City of Palms, bro. I played against a lot of I played against a lot of killers. Like, let me see. My sophomore year, I think that was my first year in City of Palms. My sophomore year, I played against Vernon Carey when he was at university, and he had Scotty Barnes. Yeah, they beat us bad. And I had to go at Vernon one time. He was one of the hardest players. He was one of the hardest players. Caleb Love is one of the hardest players.
Mm-hmm.
I played Cam from Oak Hill. He was a killer. Yeah. It's a lot more I can't think of though right now. I played against a lot of killers though.
You get another killer on your team, a guy that I think is another super underrated player. Keshon Gilbert is coming out there. UNLV commit. How special will he be, and what can we expect for the duo between you two this upcoming year?
I mean, he's a good point guard. Like he's a true point guard, but I got other point guards that's true point guards too. But Keyshawn, he's one of the better point guards. He's smart, control the court. Yeah, we should be good this year.
Without a doubt. Let's get back to this recruiting process a little bit. You're going to VCU, as we mentioned, and Coach Rhodes obviously was a big piece in your recruitment, your decision to go out there. What's your relationship like with Coach Rhodes?
Me and Coach Rhodes, like, bro, Coach Rhodes already know what he got coming. Like my head coach, Coach Ernst, he told him like what he got coming, what kind of play he got coming on and off the court. Coach Rhodes was telling me like, I don't want to just be your basketball coach. I want to be your mentor and all that. Like I want to help you more. Like, yeah, that's what me and Coach Rhodes got a cool bond right now.
The offer for you came in August 10th. It's now a little bit into November. How much have your relationship developed since then? How's it grown over the past 2 or 3 months?
Hey, it grew well. Like I got a better bond like with Coach JD. Like me and Coach JD got a better like the best bond on the team. I mean, like the best bond between me and the coaches.
And now they have another guy in 2021, Jalen Deloach, which I think is a super underrated guy. I think he's easily top 100 type of guy. Have you started a formal relationship with him yet?
Yeah, we texted on Instagram before. He hit me up and was asking me like VCU to move and all that. Yeah, we been texting for a minute. Ever since he committed.
He mentioned you as being one of the biggest targets that he wants to add for 2021. And he said you guys could obviously be a team that goes deep in the tournament. How special can you two be when you guys team up together for the next 3-4 years?
Oh, I think we'll be real. I think we'll be real special together because I was watching a couple of his clips, bro. He's smart on the court. He rebounds. He passes well. Like he can do a lot of well things. And I think us two connect, we can be good.
You and Jalen are both top 25 recruits of all time for VCU. What does it mean to have that behind your name?
I mean, it make me feel special, bro. Like, it make me feel real special, like, because I never been to Virginia. I always wanted to go to Virginia, and now I get a chance to stay in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. How challenging was this being in COVID, not being able to have visits and all that? How did you adjust to this new year, this new kind of recruiting process over the past year?
I mean, I've been working. Like, I got a gym. I got a gym. I got a gym I can go to anytime. Only thing I don't really have for real is weights. Like, I can't really lift a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a gym I can go to anytime. That's why that's why I'm getting better at things. And I got my mom. She be on me. She pushed me like every day. Like when we was out of school during quarantine, she was asking me like, "Have you been to the gym? Have you did push-ups? Have you? Yeah, she been on me. Me and my mom relationship is like unbreakable bond.
And when you talk about overall Zoom calls over the past few months during COVID, how'd you set up for those? When you have a meeting with VCU or any program, what were some of the things you were asking them? What did you want to see in colleges?
Would I play as a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
I was asking coaches like, what are advices you would give a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I asked like, what position would you think I would be as a freshman when I get there?
Mm-hmm.
Where would I play? And I was asking like, who would I play behind, or who would I play next to on the court with? And I was asking type of questions like that.
And how do you answer that? What does he want from you as a freshman? Where does he see you on the team in your freshman year?
Well, it's a freshman. He said, me as a freshman, I should start. He should think I should start. He said, I should be starting, playing next to Bones. You know who Bones is?
Mm-hmm.
Playing next to Bones. Probably playing like the two-ish, yeah, three. Playing the guard. He need a guard. He want me to be a guard.
Absolutely. Now we look over the next course of the year. What do you want to improve on and add to your game over the next year so you're ready to go as a freshman?
Like, I want to gain like more pounds. Like I need to put on more pounds. I've been working on everything else, like working on my shot, working on my ball handling skills, working on being a better leader.
Mm-hmm. Is there a target weight you want to get to?
No, not really. But I want to get like 200 or above.
Without a doubt. You have a 2021 class, you and Jalen, as we discussed. Are there any other guys you want to add to this recruiting class?
Coach was telling me like he got a big kid. I can't think of his name. He told me like he got a big kid, big tall kid, like 6'10", I believe he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love add a 6'10" to anybody to VCU.
Without a doubt. Now, this wasn't quite the summer you wanted to have. COVID shut down a lot of things, but you've got to go to a couple different tournaments. The William Top 100 camp was one of them. Discuss that camp.
Ooh, that camp. I went against a lot of killers that camp too.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, the team who won it all, I actually beat them. Yeah, it was a lot. It was different. Like it was a lot of killers. Like I say, it was a lot of killers in that camp.
Now, Robbie Yanders also had a camp he went to, and that camp featured a lot of big-time guys. Jay Nez was out there. You're out there. What was that one like?
Hey, that was probably one of the best camps I've been to though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was different. It was energy, it was hype, and I was turned, and I was having fun. Only thing I was supposed to do was have fun.
If you had AU, you're in a row with Brad Beal Elite. Why'd you choose them?
I chose Brad Beal Elite because that was the EYBO. That was the only EYBO team home.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a lot of people thought I was gonna play with Mocam last year. I was gonna play with Mocam, but then I was like, nah, because I'm true to loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mocam wanted me. I was working out with Mocam. Over the summer, I was doing a lot of things. But then I realized like I'm Nick. I'm true to this. Like I'm true to loyalty.
First thing when I look at that roster, it might not have the biggest, highest ranked guys, might not have the biggest names, but everyone on that team is killers. All you guys are dogs. What could you guys have accomplished if you guys had the AUR Bell season?
Oh, we would have won the EYBL, Peace Jam. We would have been Peace. We would have won the Peace Jam. I feel because I had a lot of killers, a lot of dogs on my team.
How do you balance that out? I know we see sometimes chemistry issues can happen, but when you have a full roster of dogs and killers, how do you guys get chemistry together?
That's what we had to learn. We had to learn to play together. Like we all, like that year, we would have had to practice and practice and practice to learn to play together.
You have the nickname the Big Ticket. When did that start and how'd that come?
It's like my uncle. He's like a coach at Vashon, but he's my uncle because he been around my pops. Like he went to high school with my pops. He called me like one day. He could call me like the Big Ticket. I was like, yeah, that sound good. That sound like me. And ever since people been calling me Big Ticket.
That's awesome, man. A couple more things before I let you go. One is I was like wrapping up discussing legacy. When you are done playing basketball someday, what do you want to be remembered for what you achieved both on and off the court?
Loyalty. I achieved loyalty on and off the court. Responsibility, to be respectful. Yeah, a couple more things too.
Absolutely, man. My final thing before I let you go, give VCU fans your 3 biggest goals you have set for your VCU career.
To make history, to be a champion, and to work hard no matter what.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations once again. I appreciate you taking time to come on today and keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course, you're always welcome on, man. God bless.
Yeah, you too.